Reduction of. Then we study probability concept. Okay. Then next we move into the probability distribution. Okay. Then here, before moving to the today lesson, first we identify what is the probability distribution. Okay, then you study what is the probability. Okay, then here, next lesson is normal distribution. Normal distribution is a probability distribution. First, we move into what is the probability distribution. Okay, then we assume one example. Okay. Then we say toss a coin twice. This is our random experiment. Okay, then we assume we have only one coin, then we toss twice. Okay, then this is our random experiment. Then here, first thing we need to identify a particular random variable. This is the experiment. Then we identify random variable. Then we assume our random variable is number of heads we can pick. Okay, our experiment is toss a coin twice. Our random variable is number of heads. Understood? The variable. Okay, then it's a quantitative variable. Right? Number of heads. We can say 2 heads or 1 head or 0 heads. It's clear? Then we assume our random variable is x. Then in the probability distribution, first we identify particular random experiment. Then we identify the random variable. After that, we assign the numerical values to the random variable. Then here random variable is number of heads. Okay. Then here, what are the values we can assign according to this random experiment? Toss a coin twice. Then what they tell me, what is the sample space? Toss a coin twice. And then we can say 2 heads. Okay, or 2 tails. Head, or tail. Okay, then here how many heads are there? 2. Here 0, 1, 1. Then what are the numerical values we can assign to this random variable? What are the values? 0, 1, 2. Why? Sometimes we can get no head. Okay, then sometimes we can get only 1 head or 2 heads. Maximum values we can assign 2. Okay, then here x values are 0, 1, 2. Understood? Then the second step, we find out the probability. Okay, then here we find in first step, we identify the random experiment, then we define the random variable, then we assign the numerical value to the random variable. Okay, then step 3 now finished. Then the fourth step, we find out the probability. Okay, then corresponding x values. Okay, then here first value is x equal to the 0. Then what is the probability when the x equals 0 is here? Then here total outcomes 4. Otherwise any outcomes. Then how many chances are there? X equal to 0. How many chances? Looking at the sample space and tell me how many chances? 1 chances. What is the probability? 1 over 4. Okay. Then what is the probability when x equals 1? When x equals 1? 2 over 4. Why? There are 2 chances. Okay. Then we can say 2 over 4. What is the probability when x is equal to? Only one chance is there, then we can say 1 over 4. Understood? This one we called as what? Probability distribution. Understood? Then here probability distribution, we find out the probability values to the corresponding random variable. Okay, then here first we identify particular random variable, then we assign numerical value to the random variable. By in statistical process we need the numerical data. Okay, then therefore we assign the numerical value to the particular random variable. After that we calculate the probability values. Understood? Then this is we called as probability distribution. It's clear? Then other thing in here, we take the random variable. We have two types of random variable. Then here we take only the quantitative variable. Why? We assign the numerical value to the particular random variable. We assign the numerical value. It means here we consider only the variable which we can measure as numerical. Understood? It means we take only the quantitative variable. Then tell me what are the main two types of quantitative variables? Chapter number 2, you studied mainly two types of variables, quantitative and the qualitative. Then here we take only the quantitative variables. Okay? Then here we consider only we take the quantitative variable. Then tell me what are the two types of quantitative variables? Chapter number 2, you studied. Tell me. Discrete and the continuous. What are the two types of quantitative variables? Discrete and the continuous. Okay, then here we identify only the quantitative variables. Okay, then these variables we divided into discrete or continuous. Okay, then it means if the random variable is a discrete one, okay, then we can construct discrete probability distribution. Understood? Then our example, in this example, is a discrete one or continuous one. Now remember what is a discrete and what is a continuous. Then tell me this example is a discrete or continuous. Discrete. Why? Here we take number of heads. All the time we can get the clearly separated value. 0, 1, 2. Understood? Then it means it's a discrete. Then this example is for the discrete probability distribution. Understood? If the random variable is a continuous one, we can construct what? Continuous probability distribution. Then we assume then mass or weight, height, these are continuous variables. Then we can construct continuous probability distribution. Understood? Then here, two discrete probability distributions we called as binomial and the Poisson. Okay, then if the variable is a discrete one, we can construct binomial or Poisson. If the variable is a continuous one, then we construct the continuous probability distribution. It's we called as what? What is it? Normal distribution. Okay, then in your syllabus you have to study only the what? Normal distribution. Okay, then these are the different types of probability distribution. Mainly two types of probability distribution, discrete and the continuous. Okay, then first we looking at what is our random variable. It is a discrete one. We can construct the discrete probability distribution. It's a binomial or question. Our variable is a continuous one. We can construct continuous probability distribution. The best example is what? Normal distribution. Understood? Then today you are going to study about what? Normal distribution. Now clear? Okay. These things are explained in the slides. Okay, you can go through it. First we move into what is the normal distribution. Then one thing you know, what is it? Already now you studied one point in the normal distribution. If someone asks what is the normal distribution, now you can explain using one sentence. Yeah, then we can say normal distribution is a continuous probability distribution. Here we use only the continuous variable, continuous random variable. Okay. Then here, first point says normal distribution is most important in specific continuous distribution. Okay. The next thing is that we have different types of probability distribution, but in your syllabus you have to study only the normal distribution. Okay. The reason is explained in the second part. Then most of the time we use the normal distribution than the binomial or coefficient. The reason is most of the variables are continuous, not the discrete. Okay, then real world, we take the real world example. Most of the variables are continuous, not the discrete random variable. Understood? Then other thing is when we move into the statistical analysis, they also take only the normal distribution, not consider about the binomial and the coefficient. Understood? Practically අපිට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඕනි වෙන්නේ normal distribution එක විතරයි. අනිත් එක තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට real world එකේ examples ගත්තොත් variables ගත්තොත් most of the variables are continuous one, not the discrete. Understood? Okay, then the second point says one reason for the importance of this distribution is that it usefully models or describes the distribution of numerous random variables that arise in practice. Okay, then we take the different types of variables, most of them are continuous, not the discrete. Okay. The normal distribution is a probability function that describes how the values of the variable are distributed. This we call as probability distribution. Then here we identify how numerical values are distributed. කොහොමද මේ තියෙන values විසිරලා තියෙන්නේ? ව්‍යාප්ත වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි. Understood? Then says it is a symmetric distribution where most of the observations cluster around the central peak and the probability values further distributed equally in the both directions. Then it means in the normal distribution, shape is like this. This is the normal distribution. Okay. Then this is the symmetric one. Symmetric, you know. Then we take the middle point. Then we have two equal parts. That is we call as symmetric. Then normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. Symmetric. Samamitical. Okay. Then other thing. This curve we call as normal curve. Okay. Then this under this area, then the area under this normal curve represent what? Probability. Okay. Area means vargapalaya, you know. Okay. Then in here, area under this normal curve represent what? Probability. මේ curve එකෙන් යට තියෙන කොටසින් තමයි probability එක වෙන්නේ. It's there. Okay. Then other name we can give it density curve. Normal curve, or we can say density curve. Okay, then practically we use the normal curve, or we can say the density curve. Then we move into what are the characteristics of the normal distribution. What are the features of this normal distribution? Then first point we can say shape of the distribution. Okay, then this is we called as bell-shaped curve. It's like a bell-shaped curve. This is the first characteristic. It's a bell-shaped curve. Second point we can say this is a symmetric distribution. Symmetric. Okay, then we identify the middle point. Using the middle point, we can divide into two equal parts. Okay, then we can say first characteristic, it is a bell-shaped curve. It is a symmetric one. Understood? Then other one is, this is our middle point now. Okay, then this middle point represents central tendency measurements. Now you know central tendency measurements. Tell me, how many central tendency measurements are there? Central tendency measurements, how many? You did quiz number 1, huh? 3. What are the 3 central tendency measurements? What are the 3 central tendency measurements? I think you have a short answer. What are the 3 central tendency measurements? These things you studied in grade 6. What are they? Mean, median, mode. These are the central tendency measurements. Okay. Okay, then here, this central point represents all the 3 central tendency measurements. It means in the normal distribution, mean, median, mode, all these 3 values are same, equal. These 3 values are equal in the normal distribution. Understood? Mean is, we assume if the mean value is 10, median mode also 10. Understood? Then this is another characteristic of the normal distribution. Now we studied 3. It's a bell-shaped curve. It's a symmetric distribution. Mean, median, mode, all 3 are equal. It's clear? Then other one, we take this curve. Okay? Area under this curve, we call it as what? Probability. It represents the probability. Okay? Then normally, what is the total probability? What is the value? 1. Okay? Then it means area under this curve is equal to 1. Why? Area under this normal curve represents the total probability. Okay? Then it means here total area is equal to 1. These are the characteristics of the normal distribution. It's clear? Then other one here, this normal curve does not touch this x-axis. This normally we call it as x-axis. Okay, then when we draw the normal curve, this one does not touch the x-axis. Normal curve x-axis touch karana bad. Okay, then that characteristic we call as asymptotic. Okay, name is asymptotic. Then this one call point, it is asymptotic. Asymptotic means when we draw the normal curve, this normal curve does not touch the x-axis. The reason is this normal curve goes minus infinity to plus infinity. The curve spread. Okay, that is the reason we call it as normal curve is asymptotic one. This curve does not touch the x-axis. Understood? Then these are the characteristics of the normal curve. It's a bell-shaped curve. It is a symmetric one. Area under this curve represents the probability. Total area is equal to 1. This curve is we called as asymptotic. It means normal curve does not touch the x-axis. Central point represents the all three central tendency measurements. Understood? Then these are the characteristics of the normal distribution. Okay? Remember those things, okay? I have read the scenario for this question. Only read it. And you download the set table from the LMS. I uploaded the set table to the LMS. You download. Okay. Then moving to the question. Here says, normally distributed IQ scores have a mean of 100 and the standard deviation of 50. Other thing in the normal distribution, it has the two parameters. You know parameter means what? First chapter you study. What is a parameter? Parameter means what? It's the 7th week, okay. Some population, what? Parameter is describe the characteristic of the population. It means population mean, population variance, population standard deviation, those things. In the normal distribution, it has the two parameters. We take mean and the variance. What are the two parameters of this normal distribution? Population mean and the population variance. Understood? Okay. Then here question is given the mean and the standard deviation, but the variance is the parameter. How we convert standard deviation to the variance? How we convert it? We need variance, but here mention the standard deviation. How we convert it? I didn't marks from your first quiz. quiz එකට තිබ්බ දැන් මොකට take out of දෙක කොහොමද ඇති? කොහොම අඩු කරනවා? How we convert it? Standard deviation is a positive square root of variance. No? I am asking how we convert standard deviation to the variance. How we find out? Then here standard deviation is 15. What is the variance? By standard deviation is positive square root of the variance. Then other way, වර්ගමූලය නම් ඒක විරුද්ධ දේ මොකද්ද? වර්ග කරන එක නෙමෙයිද? You studied maths, no? In grade 6 to grade 11 at least. Okay, then here, if we know the variance, we can find out the positive square root of the variance we called as standard deviation. Here we know the standard deviation, but we need to find out the variance. Is right. Then here 15 is the standard deviation. Now what's the variance? What is the variance in this example? 225, 15 square. Only you say 15 square. Okay, then this is the variance. Okay. Then first, before moving to the questions, normally, okay, then first thing is we read the scenario, then we identify what is the random variable in here. Then tell me, according to this exercise, what is the random variable? What is the random variable is given in here? But the random variable එක මේකේ තියෙන්නේ. What is it? What is the variable in here? Random variable is what here? IQ score. This is the variable in here. Why question says normally distributed IQ score. Then here random variable is IQ score. Then first you define what is the random variable in here. Then first we write down X is IQ score. This is the first step. Okay. Then question says this IQ score is normally distributed with mean and the standard deviation is 50. Mean I think 100. Okay. Then next step we write down this distribution. This is the way we can write. Previously X is defined. Its IQ score. No need to write again. Then X distributed. This side we can use to write down the distributed. Okay. Then the distributed normally, let me write down capital A. It means normally distributed. X distributed normally. Okay. Then we mention two parameters value within the bracket. Okay. Then first we write down what is the mean value in here. Here mean value is 100. What is the other parameter? Variance. Then question is given the standard deviation. Then we can write down variance is 15 step. Understood? Then these are the information given in the question. First we define what is our random variable. Then we write down the distribution with the corresponding parameter values. First you should write down the mean. Next we write down the variance. Okay. Do not write the variance is the first. Okay. First mean value. Secondly, we write down the variance. Okay. Then we move into the calculation part. Then here we take less than 7. This one is correct, okay? Then this one is less than 70. Not the 50. Then what is the first question asked? This question says calculate the probability when the IQ score is less than 70. This is the first question in here. You need to find out the probability when the x less than to the 7. Then here we can write down probability of x less than 70. This is the first question asked. Calculate the probability when the IQ score is less than 57. Okay, then we can write down this statement using the notation. Probability of defined using the bracket, open the bracket, it means of. Probability of x less than to the 7. You can use the less than sign. Okay, කියන්නේ 70ට අඩුයි කියන එකනේ. X is the IQ score. The first step you define x is what? No need to repeat again what is the x. Understood? Then here, then we move into the normal distribution. This axis is x. Then this is the middle point in here. This middle point represents what? Central tendency measure. Then this one, which measurement is given? Which measurement is given? Central tendency measurement. Which central tendency measurement is given? Mean value. What is the mean value? 100. It means this middle point, x value is 100. Why? Central point represents the central tendency measurements. This question is given the mean value. Then mean equal 100. It means middle point is 100. Understood? Then we need to find out what? X less than to the 70. Now, if we go through the x-axis, then where is the 70? Then here 100, where is the 70? This side. X is like a number line. Then this is the 100, so you can say somewhere in here 70. It's there. Then left hand side, where? Less than to the 70. Which side? At the then this is the probability of the IQ score is less than to the 70. By here, probability represent the area. Then here we need to say that which area represent the x is less than to the 70. දැන් අපි පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ x කියන එක 70ට අඩු කියන area. Okay? Then this area is the probability when x equal less than to the 7. Now we are moving to find out this area. දැන් අපි හොයන්න බෑ මේකේ area එක. Now we have the x values. This is the normal distribution. The first step, we need to convert this normal distribution to the standard normal distribution. Then these values are in the different way. No? Okay, then we need to convert all those values to the standard form. Okay? In the A-level, examination department release grades and the Z score. Not your marks, no? Why? The Z score means they standardize your marks to the Z score. ඔයාලට නම් මාක් එක නෙමෙයි දෙන්නේ Z score එක. Z score එක කියන්නේ ඔයාලගේ marks standardize කරලා තියෙනවා. Students ලා මොන stream එකෙන් ලියුවා ඔය Z score එක එකම format එකකින් තියෙනවා. Okay, then marks release උනොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? එහෙනම් එක එකනාට එක එක ඒවනේ. මේක standardize කරලා තියෙනවා. Then same thing in here. Then here also we find out what is Z score. Okay, then we convert all those x value to the Z value. It means then we construct standard normal distribution. X line represent the normal distribution. Z line represent what? Standard normal distribution. Okay, then here this 100 is the mean value of the normal distribution. Okay? In the standard normal distribution, mean value is equal to the 0. In the normal distribution, we can get any value to the mean value, but in the standard normal distribution, mean value is equal to the C. Standardize කරන්න නෑනේ. එතකොට mean value එක එක අගයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ 0 වෙයි. Then we need to convert this 70 to the Z value. දැන් අපි ඔය 70 standardize කරන්න ඕනේ. Here we use the Z score formula. x minus mean value divided by standard deviation. X is your numerical value, then minus mean value divided by standard deviation. Then what is our x value in here? What is the x value? 7. Minus mu value is 100. What is the standard deviation? 50. Variance is our parameter, but here we use the standard deviation. Understood? When we calculate this Z score, we use the standard deviation, but the parameter values in the normal distribution variance. එදෙන පටලව ගන්න එපා. variance එක parameter එක උනාට මෙතනදී use කරන්නේ standard deviation. It's clear? Then what is the Z value in here? Minus 70 minus 100 minus 30 divided by 15 minus. Then here we can write down, here is Z value is minus. Okay, then take your Z table.
Thank you.
Take your Z table. Then Z table. Okay. Then the first row represent first row and the first column. Both values are there. Okay. Then here, first column represent the first digit and the first decimal place in your Z value. ඔයාලා ගත්ත Z value එකේ first digit එකයි first decimal place එක. First row represent the second decimal place. Then now what is your Z value? In our example, what is our Z value? 2 minus 2. Then here we ignore the sign of the Z value. Then 2 is your Z value. It means 2.00. Okay, then here only consists 2 decimal place. Then here how we find it? 2.0 we find out in the first column. Okay, then here second decimal place is 0. Then we find out the 0 in the first row. And then now you have to find the what is the probability value. Then here we are the 2.0. Here 4772. Then here 0. Then what is the probability? 0.4772. Understood? Then other one here. Then we got the answer 0.4772. It gives probability 0 to -2. මේ table එකෙන් එන probability එක බිඳුවේ ඉඳලා අපි මොකද Z value එක වෙනකම් විතර. Then we find out our Z value is 2. Then here they give the probability value. Table is given the probability 0.4772. It gives the probability in between 0 to -2. Understood? Then it means which area? 0 to -2. This is. But question asks what? You need to find out this area. Now how we find this area? 0.5 minus 0.4772. Why? Already we know total area is 1. This is a symmetric one. It means one part is 0.5. Then 0 to this part 0.5. Then we take the 0.5. Then we deduct this area. Then your answer is what? Probability is the x is less than to the 70. It's clear? Understood? Then try to find out the IQ score is greater than the 70. IQ score is greater than the 70. And there will be value probability. IQ score is greater than the 70. Find the answer for this one. What is the answer? 0.9772. Right? Then here, greater than 70 is this area. This part is 0.5, this part is 0.4772. Okay. Now clear? Okay. Then we move into the worksheet. Try question number 1, Maria. Then here, what is the random variable? What is x in here? Okay, the x may. No, I am asking what is the random variable in this question? මොකද මේක අරගෙන තියෙන variable එක? Lifetime. Okay, then they calculate the lifetime. This is a variable. Then first you define what is the x? X is lifetime. Okay, then first you define what is the random variable in here. Then here they consider what the lifetime. Next, we write down the distribution x distributed normally. What is the mean value? Mean value 200. Then variance, standard deviation is now 20. Then here we can write 20 square. Okay. Then what is the first question asked? Between 180 hours and the 210 hours. Then these are the lifetime. Then question asks what is the probability x value is in between 180 and the 210. Then we can write down probability of x 180 and 210. Between, and this is the way we can write. Then x value is greater than to the 180 but less than to the 210. Okay. Then we draw the normal curve. The middle value is 200. This is the x line. Okay. Now you need to find out the probability in between 180 and the 210. It means this is. It's clear? The next step is what? Convert all the value to the easy. Okay. The next here is 0. What is the two z values? Here 180 minus 200 divided by 20. It means minus 5. Clear? Okay, then using the formula, then formula is x minus mu divided by standard deviation. Then here x value is 180 minus mu 200 divided by 20. Then here 0.5. After that point, okay. Then we move into the find out the probability value. Then what is the probability when the z equal 1? What is the probability? 0.3413. 0.3413. It gives 0 to 1. Then where is it? 3, 4. It's clear. Then what's the probability when the z equal 0.5?
0.19.
0.1919. Then what is the probability? We can add these two together. 0.3413 plus 0.1915. Understood? Then here a 2 0.532. This is the probability. Then question asks find the percentage value. How we convert this probability value to the percentage? Multiply by 100. As a percentage, we can say 53.28%. Understood? Okay. Next one is greater than to the 230. Then we can say there is 230. Okay. Then what is the z value of the 230? 1.5. What is the probability value? 0.4332. 433. This one is 0 to 1.5. But we need to get the greater than the 1.5. How we get it? 0.5 minus 0.4332. It's clear now. Okay. Greater than the 230, then the z value is 1.5. 1.5 probability is 0.4332. Okay, then it gives 0 to 1.5. Its probability shows 0 to 1.5. But we need greater than the 1.5. Then we take this probability, then we deduct from the 0.5. Then you can take the probability of this. It's clear? Okay. Then try question number 2. Roman number 1 and 2 only. Okay, the third part is different one. Do the first part and the second. When you calculate the Z value, okay, then you need to round it off the 2 decimal places. Okay? Then 1.783, then you take 1.78. Why third decimal place is less than to the 5? You cannot add 1 point to the second. Third decimal point is greater than to the 5, you can add 1 to the second decimal place. Then first one, you need to find out the percentage value. Okay? Then first write down the probability value, then multiply by the 100. Check answer. Plus 96.25%. Next question asks to find out the percentage value, then you take the final answer as the percentage value. Percentage. From it, take a question about percentage or percentage. And we have obviously percentage. Oh, we have a information. Yeah. Then Roman number 2 asks. How many calls lasted more than 60 and less than to the 150? Then here ask about the number of calls. Okay, then before find the number, we need to find out the probability in between 60 and 150. Then here you need to find out X value in between 60 and 150. Then calculate the Z values. Here minus 2.22. Here 0.78. Okay. Probability is 0.7691. Question asks how many calls. Then how we find the number? Then question says how many telephone calls are in this survey? 1000. Then how we take the number of telephone calls? It's the answer multiplied by the 1000. Okay, then you're looking at how many observations are there. Then here they take 1000 telephone calls. Then this is the probability out of 1. Then you need to multiply by the 1000. Probability again, by total probability is 1. First you read the scenario, then first you draw the normal curve correctly. Then you can easily write the answer. හරියට ඒ curve එක shade කරලා ඇඳගත්තා නම් easy answer එකදී. Then 769, then you can write 770 or 769, it will help you. Normally, we do not put the decimal value, here number of holes. Then read the Roman number 3. Okay. Then read the third point. Here ask what? Then the Roman number 3, question is given the probability, you need to write down what? Length of the cone. Okay, then question says what? What must the length of a particular hole be if only 5% of all holes are shown? Then here they take the lifetime, sorry, not the lifetime, length of a particular cone. Okay, then here they took the shortest length of the course. They take only the 5% of it. අඩුම වෙලාවක් ගිය ටෙලිෆෝන් calls වල 105 තමයි අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. Okay, then question asks, what is the length of this core? එතකොට කොච්චර කාලයකට වඩා අඩු කාලයක්ද මේකේ හෝල් එකට ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay, then here question is given the probability value. First you need to draw the normal curve. Right? We cannot find out the probability. We cannot follow same steps. No. Now we have the probability. Okay, then here first you draw the x. Here 126.5. Then tell me which side is in the shortest. Length is short. And your left hand or right hand? අඩුම කාලේ ගිහිලා තියෙන දක්වම් මත පැත්තෙන් දකුණට. අඩුම කාලයක්. Then the mean value is 126.5. Then the which side is the length is short? Left side, no? Then here probability is 5%. Then you know from here to here, what is the probability? 0.5. It means 50%. But the question says only 5%. Then somewhere in here you can mark. This value is x. We do not know what is the difference. Understood? Why 5% is less than to the 50%? No? Then we assume, then question says probability is 75%. Where we can mark it. Then mark that. Then shorter period is this one. Then we come into this point, only 50%. Then we need another 25%. Then we mark somewhere in here. Understood? By starting from this side. Okay. Then here we need to find out the shortest period. Then we starting from here. After that point, cover only the 50%. We need another 25 to 75. Then we take it. Take the 25 from this side. Then we check all this. Understood? Now we know the probability value. Next step, what we can do. And here you need to find out this x value. Using the probability value, we can find out what is z value. Then previously, first we find the z value, then using the z value, we find out the probability. Okay, then here we calculate the revise. Revise calculation is there. Now we have the probability. Then using the probability, you can find out the Z value. Understood? Then here, you know the probability value in this area, 0.05. But in the Z table gives what? 0 to particular Z value. අපි දන්නේ මේ area එක හැබැයි table එකෙන් දෙන්නේ බිඳුවේ ඉඳලා මොන හරි Z එකක් වෙනකන්. Okay, then now you cannot find out this 0.05. You need to find out this area. What is this area? 0.45. Right? Total is 0.5. Then this part is 5%. This part is 45%. Understood? Okay, මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ හැප්ලික්ස් මිසෙට් ටේබල් එකෙන් දෙන්නේ බිඳුවේ ඉඳලා මොන හරි සෙට් වැලියු එකක් වෙනකම් විතරයි. Then here 5% is below to the set value. Then you cannot find this probability value from the set table. Then you need to find out 0 to particular set value. What is the probability? Then take the set table. Then we know the probability. Probabilities appear inside the table. Then you go through this probability value, find out where is the 0.45. There is the 0.45. Here you cannot find out the exact 0.45. You can't look, but here we have 4495 and the 4505. 0.45 means 0.4500. නේද? 0.45 කියන්නේ 0.45 බිඳුවයි බිඳු. එයාව ගානටම හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද set table. And here you have two approximate values, 4495 and the 4505. Okay? Then we have two things, two values. Then this 4494 means 1.64. Okay? Then 4505 means 1.65. It's clear? But we need to get only one Z value. Then we check whether which one is the most nearest to the particular probability value. We need 4500. Which one is most nearest? We need 4505. Which one is most nearest to this one? This one or this one? Or both? How we find the most nearest one? We can take the difference between these two values. No? Then both differences are same. Okay? Understood? The difference is same. Then here, difference between these two and difference between these two. Okay, then both difference is 0.005. Both are same. Then we cannot find out the most nearest one. Then we take both Z values. Then we calculate the average value. 1.64 and 1.65. Then we add them together. Then divided by 2. Then find out the answer. Then both differences are not equal. Then you select the most nearest one. Difference එක අඩුම එක්කෙනාව select කරගන්න. Okay. Then here you take 1.64 plus 1.65 divided by 2. Okay, then answer is what? 1.645. Then you can mark this 1.645 in here. Then tell me, this Z value is positive one or negative one? Negative one. Okay? Left side of the 0, all the values are negative. Then you should put the sign of this Z value. Okay, then this is the negative 1.645. Understood? Now we know the Z value. Then you can calculate the X value. How we convert this Z value to the X? Using the Z formula. Then here, you know the Z value. Then here Z value is minus 1.645. Okay. Then X value we do not know. Mu is 126.5. Sigma is 30. Okay. First you simplify minus 1.645 into 30. Okay. Then first do the cross multiplication. 49.3. Then this one is minus value. Okay. Then remaining is X minus 126.5. Then we can take X as the subject. Then we can take minus value into this side. Then it becomes positive value. Then what is the X value? 35. Then it means 5% of the coals are less than to the 77.15. Then here simplify step by step. Okay, then first you need to remove this division. Okay, then we take the 30 to multiply. Then you can remove this minus value. Step by step කරන්න ඕනේ. මුලින්ම 30 තමයි අයින් කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැතුව මෙයාගේ මේ පැත්තට ගේන්න බෑ. Okay. First you remove the 30. Then you can release this minus 126.5. Okay. Any questions? The break. After the break, we will move into find out the using the probability value, how we find the mean value, how we find the standard deviation. Okay. But then the probability එක දීලා mean එක නෑ, standard deviation එක නෑ. Then you can take a look. So in this section, you need to find out the means and the deviation and those. Okay. Then first one asks, calculate the value of mu. A value is between here. No? Okay, then where we can start to find the mu value. First you define what is the x. Here x is what? Weight. Okay. Then next is normally distributed. Mu value is we do not know. Variance is 7.8 or 4. 8. 7.8 square. Yeah, then these are the information given. But in here, additional information is given. What is it? Given that 10% of things contain less than 200 grams. Additional information is given less than the 200 grams. Probability is 10%. Okay? Then you can draw the normal curve. The mean is mu. We do not know now mu value. Okay? Then here says less than the 200 grams. Probability is 10%. Then tell me which side is the less than side? Left or right? Left. Then 10%. Here to here, 50% is there. 10% is less than to the 15. Then somewhere in here, you can know. Then this probability is 10%. Then the next value is 200. Okay. Then you need to convert Z value. Then mu is equal to the 0. Then what is the Z value of the 200? Here you know the probability. Okay, then this area is 0.1. Then we can say this area is 0.4. Then total is 0.5. Then you refer the Z table and find out what is the corresponding Z value to this 0.400. Then using the Z value, find out 400. Where is it? Exact value is not there, but 0.3997 is the nearest. 0.4000 is not there, but here 0.3997. This one is most nearest value. Then what is the Z value? 1.28. Understood? Then here you can write down Z value of 200 is 1.28. This side is negative, then you can put minus sign. Up to that point clear? Okay. Then you can find out the mu value. Then here you use the Z formula. And here Z is minus 1.28. X equal 200 minus mu. Standard deviation is 7.8. And then simplify it, then you can find out the mu value. Okay. I think 209 points. First you multiply by these two, minus 9.984 equal 200 minus mu. Here we can take mu into this side, it becomes positive value. Then the answer is 209.98. Okay, now clear? Then you can try next question. Then second part, how you can do. Then problem number 2 was the percentage of things that contain more than 225 grams. Now you found the mu value. Now using the mu value, you find the percentage value. It's not the charger. Finish. Here more than 225. Now mu value is 209.984. Okay, then 200 make this set. Okay, then first you calculate the set value. .93. Then 1.93 is 473. 473. Then its area is 0.5 minus 473. Yeah. Then percentage 2.68%. Okay. Then do the last part in this question.
Again. Excellent.
Then try next one. Then here the machine settings are adjusted so that the mean weight in grams normally distributed with 205 and the standard deviation is 6. Okay, then previously mean value is 209.984. But after the adjustment, then what happened? Mean value is changed. New mean value is 205. Standard deviation is also changed, but the question is not given the standard deviation value. It's clear? Then question says, given that 98% of things contain between 200 and 210, find the value of zinc. Okay, then question is given the probability in between 200 and 210, 0.98. Now, mu value is 205. standard deviation is we do not know. Okay. Then other point question says in between 200 and 210 probability is 0.9. Okay. Then here you need to find out the sigma value. Then you can draw the normal curve. Middle point is 205. Okay, you mean that. Then question is given in between 200 and 210. It means this area. What is the probability? 0.98. Totally 0.98. Okay, then what is the difference between these two values? 5. What is the difference between these two values? 5. Then tell me what is the probability of one area? Then totally 0.98. No? Then what is the probability in this area?
0.4.
0.49. Why? These two are the equal parts. Right? The gap is same 5, 5. Then one side is 0.49. Is it valid? Then here, then we draw the Z line. This one is 0. Then you need to find out the sigma value. Then you find out the Z value. This corresponding probability value. Now what is the probability? 0.4900. Okay. Then is a table where is the 0.499. Yeah, 0.4901 is there. This one is the nearest one. It means 2.33. Then we can say this side is minus 2.33. This one is plus 2.33. You cannot remember 0.98. Where is it? Okay, 0.98 is total probability. Then you find out the each area is what is the probability. Separately, you need to find out. Okay. Now clear? Then you can use one of these two Z values to find out the sigma value. And then here you can use the Z formula. Then if we use this minus 2.33 as the Z value, what is the X value? Corresponding X value is 200. Minus 205 divided by C. If you use plus 2.33, here you need to use 210. Understood? Then you can simplify it. Then here first do the cross multiplication. Minus 2.33 into sigma. Here minus 5. Okay? Then sigma equal minus 5 divided by minus 2.33. You cannot get the negative value for the sigma. Standard deviation cannot be get the negative values. .15 answer. Oh. Then you use the plus 2.33, you can get the same answer, okay? Enter in the back. Then the third question in your final exam paper is from the normal distribution. Okay. Now we finish 3 questions. First question is first lesson to summary method. Question number 2 is from the probability lesson. 3 is from the normal distribution. Now you have 60 marks out of the question. Then next page we will discuss correlation and the regression analysis. Then we have on the remaining 3 lessons: correlation, regression, hypothesis, and the ANOVA. All of you need first quiz now. There are quiz. Ask them 20 marks.